Welcome back students to Assimilate English with Sadaf. Today I am going to teach you how to give a good presentation. Why bother giving a good talk? Because first impression matters. As we all know that first impression is the last impression. There is no point doing good work if others don't know about it or can't understand what you did. Good practice for a teaching career, good practice for any career. Help you sort out what have you done and understand it better yourself. So no matter what kind of presentation you're working on, make sure it is engaging and also well designed. Otherwise, you run the risk of dealing with death by PowerPoint and nobody wants to see their presentation flop. So to make sure your presentation is effective, there are a few PowerPoint presentation guidelines you need to follow. In this video, I will share those guidelines. I will also show you examples of engaging presentation designs so you can save time and make sure your presentation looks polished and professional. So let's get started. First is keep it simple. Do not feel compelled to fill empty areas on your slide with your logo or other unnecessary graphics or text boxes. Limit bullet points and text. Your presentation is for the benefit of the audience, but boring an audience with bullet points after bullet points, it is of little benefit to them. So there is an example of slides. This slide is not unusual, but it is not a visual aid. It is more like an eye chart. And the other is aim for something like this, simple slide above. So first decide on the presentation goal. Are you sure sharing an annual report or creating a pitch deck, or is the goal to increase sale or to get higher ups on board or with the marketing tactics, or you're preparing a presentation for your micro project, or you're going to present a PowerPoint presentation competition? So you have to make it a point that you should decide on the presentation goal. Whatever the case may be, the presentation goal helps you decide what to include in your presentation and how that information should be presented. It will also help you with all the other steps involved in creating an effective and engaging presentation. So, when it comes to your presentation, PowerPoint should assist you in delivering the presentation. It should not be the main source of information, but less is more. So, keep the text to a minimum. Stick to the one main idea per slide and limit yourself to using no more than 3 bullet points per slide. This will help keep your audience engaged and not zoned out or bored, as shown in the second slide. Use high quality graphics. Use high quality graphics includes photographs. You can take your own high quality photographs with your own digital camera or purchase professional stock photography or use the plethora of high quality images available online. Avoid using PowerPoint clip arts or other cartoonish line art. Again, if it is included in the software, your audience has seen it a million times before. So you must give them, some good content to look on. So try to avoid cheesy clips art like this. But this edited stock photograph is more effective and professional. You can have a look on both the photographs. Use color well. Color evoke feelings. Color is emotional. The right color can help persuade and motivate. Studies show that color usage can increase interest and improve learning, comprehension, and retention. PresentationPro.com has some great flash tutorial including one can color. So you can use this website to use different colors. So color can make your presentation more visually appealing, but that doesn't mean you have got to color every slide differently or use different colors for your fonts. If your presentation is in a dark room, consider using a dark background for the slide paired with a light color for the text. It will make it easier for your audience to follow along, and avoid using light text on light background or clashing colors. They will distract your audience. Choose your font well. Use the same font set throughout your entire slide presentation and use no more than two complementary fonts, example Arial and Arial Bold. Make sure you know the difference between a serif font, example Times New Roman, and a sans serif font, that means Helvetica or Arial. Serif fonts were designed to be used in document filled with lots of text. Serif fonts are said to be easier to read at small point size, but for on-screen presentation, the serif tends to get lost due to the relatively low resolution of projector. So sans serif fonts are generally best for PowerPoint presentation, that is your Times New Roman. But try to avoid the ubiquitous Helvetica. So this is the example, a serif font, this is Times and this is sans serif. So you have to now, be careful while selecting your fonts. So another thing to keep in mind is that not everybody in your audience will be close to the slide. Make sure to use the larger fonts. Consider using 4 pts for heading and going no smaller than 28 pts for the content text. While we are on the topic of font, avoid using script or decorative fonts. They are hard to read. And stick to the sans serif fonts for the body text. To emphasize your heading, use a readable serif font. Use video or audio. Use video and audio when appropriate. Using video clip to show concrete example promotes active cognitive processing, which is the natural way people learn. And here are the top 10 pointers for a good talk. When your PowerPoint is ready, now it's the time to deliver the PowerPoint. So you have to be first neat and tidy. Avoid trying to cram too much in one slide. Don't be a slave to your slides. Be brief. Use keywords rather than long sentences. Avoid covering up slides. Use a large font. Use color to emphasize. Use illustration to get across key concept. You may include limited animation. Make eye contact. Be ready to skip slides if time is short. And do a lot of practice. So how to improve? Practice by yourself. Practice in front of friends. Practice in front of a webcam. Watch footage later. Alone, as painful as that may be. But take a note of effective speaker and adopt their successful habit. So what you have to do? You have to prepare. You have to design. You have to do a lot of practice before giving your PowerPoint presentation and then deliver effectively. So, following are the basic PowerPoint guidelines outlined above is a great way to ensure your presentation has an engaging design and easy to follow. I hope you have understood all the guidelines very well, and now when you will be preparing your PowerPoint presentation, you will definitely going to follow all these guidelines to make your PowerPoint presentation more effective. Thanks for watching the video. Stay home, stay safe.